I think we can move to the biggest elephant in the room. I think say this clause where they talk about the presidential threshold for win an election. You know, and I mean, I will start from the conclusion. That particular thing, we need for look at and back. So do you, I don't want the way they go to parliament today, where they go discuss during the privilege, una get for thoroughly look at the threshold back. The 1991 constitution, it talked about 55%. That thing has been debated extensively. Fumble then that 55% where presidents forget na first round. Then after that, simple majority. Simple majority means say two candidates then go on. Out of 100, one person gets 51, the other one gets 49, the 51 9 they win. 9 a simple majority. So the law being say, and the law still say because we not change it. The law say 55%, you know, first round, then the second round, now when you can call runoff, you get simple majority. The CRC, the Constitutional Review Report, you know, say nothing. You know, talk nothing but that 55%. You know how the 55% born out? I don't talk say we own society in a society where we democracy unique. We democracy born out of the need for let people then build peace, cohesion, let they address divisiveness. So that 55% the way they do, it move political leaders them for what they call them stronghold for try for convert votes other side. And in that process there, you know say even if we make plaba, we must talk. We must make peace. And it go broke a dialogue, it go promote cohesion. Now the tripartite recommendation 53 itself come up with a similar recommendation. In fact, when I watched the tripartite recommendation 53, I said this recommendation just restates 55%. Because recommendation 53 of the tripartite say, it say, yes, we forget 50 plus 1% for the president, but in half of the districts, the person where they win the presidency forget 25% of the valid votes cast.
But the amendments look reduce that.
Well, the amendments now will no sign come out. Waiting at the basis, they pan constitutional review report, they pan tripartite reports. So the amendments get for tell we waiting at the rationale. Waiting at the rationale because
I think
the
the
amendments
explanation was that for inclusivity, at least if you get votes, they say around 11 of the 16 districts.
So now that's the amendments say. The amendments move forward. It say is just it add to the 50 plus 1. It say now 20% of 2/3. 2/3 now we currently get 16 districts. 2/3 now 11 districts. It say 20% of 11 districts. This particular presidential winner forgets their votes then. What is the rationale for 2/3? That then a real problem. A real problem. You know what 20% in 11 districts mean? It means knowing the character and disposition of a politician. It means then they go fight for that 20%. In certain communities, then it opens so many things.
It means there is inclusivity and people from 2/3 of the country believe in this presidential candidate.
So I make in fact, these were the reasons why we actually want to see disaggregated data. Because if we get data right now, we do the computation for let we see the history, right? The history of voting pattern as alone. Waiting this rationale. In fact, that's what the AG's office need to tell us. Because the previous one, now the tripartite people then sit down and decide the 55%, it was in the 1991 constitution. This one, who say it come out? Who then consult? How then reach this particular figure? They need to
So
explain.
they
to
actually
us.
accepted there was a recommendation in the tripartite committee, but government put an
No, that was not the recommendation.
No,
in
no,
the
yes, it's
tripartite
not the
committee.
same way. He accepted that and he mentioned that it's not the same way. But the explanation we in give now about inclusivity for sure say if you get that number there of vote across the country, it means say there is some buying. The people accept you as a player.
what
Be
I
one
said.
section no more they say na me strong this, na me strong this.
So you know what I said earlier? If this is not the answer, what was the problem? If this is the answer, what was the problem? So then said the 55% threshold high. Now you can't bring a threshold way higher than what's already been there. This is more complex than the 55%, and this is hard to get than the 55%. So you did not solve any problem. People then say the 55% was high and it prone we country to a runoff. But don't forget that now because of what you don't talk so inclusivity, the divisive nature of politics concentrated in regional lines. So they want people for cross over going to other locals for go get people then for vote. Now make them design and so the one that we designed the 1991 constitution. Now you say you want for address that problem, but what you bring are in more complex in 11 districts. You forget 20% of the valid votes cast. It's very complex. How you they determine that one day? So I make us say this particular one, I think the AGM office need for educate we more on how they're waiting at the basis, what to inform them. This lacks consultation, it lacks consultative backing. And what to inform them for get this kind of decision.
This not going to prevent we from the issue of confusion during runoff.
In fact, I didn't introduce confusion. I they calculate the 20%. I they get the 20% first. I they calculate the 20%. Right? So when you do what the tripartite committee recommended, it been then near almost the 55%. The half of the district and 25. When I looked at it, I said they only
and then reduced. The tripartite was saying 25. And
no,
then
they increased the number of coverage, which is 2/3. Now it's 11 out of 16. If you take them at the 16 districts currently. But I mean, they are in a better position to say why is it that they make this proposal? And you are not making constitution for yourself. You are making constitution for the people. Uda una consult, una gets that kind of information, and what is the basis, for get that kind determination. So that particular provision, they also are going to encourage those who would be doing the privilege today for let them look at them very, very much deeply.
hopefully the AG will explain them more.
Yes, in a better position, and probably after explain them and give people the way understand chance for inputs, they might consider revisiting it because it's a more complex one than even the 55%. Yes.
Okay.
Change. Solve no problem. Okay. No problem.
And the constitution for solve the problem.
That is it. Because we are calling this. In fact, the amendments there so where they carry it so. Despite some of we not glady, where they put the constitutional review for weights, then carry with the electoral amendments there, the justification where they give them say we election get problem, and then one quickly fix them. And so if not that day they want fix, some of them clause they are not fixed, no problem. They actually stating the problem. And in fact, this particular one for the 11 district of 25% complicate the situation.
Okay.